We're about to go on.
Okay, the time being 6 o'clock, I'll declare this meeting open. Town of Walkerville would like to acknowledge the Kaurna people as the traditional custodians of the land we are meeting on today and respect their spiritual relationship with their country. We recognise the many generations of stewardship the Kaurna people have provided to this land and respect that their cultural heritage and beliefs are as important today as they were for their ancestors. Present today we have myself, the Deputy Mayor, Councillor Williams, Councillor Trotter and Councillor Core. We have apologies from Councillor Zeppel, Councillor Vanstone, Councillor Nenke and Councillor Whip. Staff present are CEO, Group Manager, Corporate Services and Team Leader, People and Governance and Risk. There are no leave of absences or not present other than as set out above. Does anyone have declarations of interest for this evening?
I have a declaration of interest, a general one for the Walkerville Bowling Club, as my husband is a member of the committee, and I will stay in the room and I will vote.
Thank you. So the agenda lists item 4 as the decision reports as the next item for discussion, but given the council's feedback from Monday night at that special meeting, I would like to propose that we move the confidential report first and then deal with the decision report second. Is there a show of hands for that, please? Thank you. So that's what we will do. So we're moving to item 5, confidential reports 5.1, bowling and community club draft lease. Start off with a resolution to move us into confidence, please. Thank you, Councillor Trotter, seconded by the Deputy Mayor. All those in favour? Carried. Time being 6:01, this meeting has moved into confidence. We'll go back to item 4.1 now, which is the fees and charges policy. Mohammed, anything to add?
Nothing from the Grand Mayor, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any questions? Councillor Williams.
Thank you, Mayor Jones. Not really, or sort of a question, I guess. When we've got the different fee structure for the bowling club set up with community groups versus obviously commercial groups, and the commercial groups being up to the bowling club to set the fees, which I don't have any problem with at all. But it's just a question to clarify. I believed in a report we'd read at some stage that that there was also going to be reporting, and I know we're getting their financial statements, audited financial statements, as we should with all sporting sections at the end of, I guess it's after every 12 months at their AGM. But I guess with that price on application for the bowling club, I'm assuming that council will pick up then if we found that for some reason the bowling club had managed to make 50 grand in a year or something from the use of the bowling club and we were charging them 5, that would be the point in time that in the agreement that sort of kicks in, where we would have to say, look, you know, it's not really fair that you've got the new building, you're making this much per year, we need to reassess the lease. The lease amount, I believe that's picked up, isn't it?
I don't think we can really do anything about that until the end of the 2 years.
Yeah, that's what my understanding is why the
Through the chair, the 2-year period was deliberately short to allow us to assess how they're running it, what their actual costs are and what their actual revenues are, because we made a few assumptions of what it might be, so that's why the duration is short. But yeah, there's a bit of opportunity to claw back the lease amount. The fees and charges are adopted each year, so there is the opportunity after 12 months to change what those might be and alter them should it be required of council.
Yeah, obviously I realise the lease was for 2 years, but I guess you'll get a little bit of an interim idea if we're seeing the audited financial statements at the end of 12 months. You'll get some sort of an idea of how they're tracking. So, yeah, hopefully they're tracking really well.
But not too well.
Well, hopefully if they're tracking to a point where they're doing so well, they may, not that anyone will ever be happy for their rent to go up, but if they're tracking that, I always think I'm happy to pay more tax because it means I'm earning more money. So that should be the same boat, in that if they were getting 50 grand a year, they probably should be happy to pay. Well, should be happy to pay
I
more.
would think
So,
so. Yeah, it's unfair.
yeah.
And just a simplistic question, this new attachment A, fees and charges register, is the only difference is that this is the correct version? Is there anything other than that being presented to us tonight from the previous council meeting?
Through the chair, yes, that is correct. There is a minor correction here in this version.
Okay.
So that's a new and updated version.
Through the chair, yes, that is correct.
Okay, any other questions?
No, I'm happy to have it more.
Okay, thank you, Councillor Williams, and that is seconded by Councillor Core. All those in favour? Thank you, that's carried. So before I close the meeting, I want to thank council members for coming at short notice. I recognise that some of you have dropped a lot of things and moved things around to attend a meeting tonight, and that we had to scrape together a quorum. I'm disappointed that we had to hold this meeting. It should have been dealt with on Monday night. And I do have to express my deep request to administration that when items come to council for a meeting, they have been thought through and they've taken into account the feedback that council has previously given them, because this council is very dedicated. Resolving this lease on the 1st of October for a commencement date of the 3rd of October is pretty embarrassing, and I think that reflects on the council, and that's not good enough given it's been a vacant building for 18 months. So that's my 2 cents on that. Anyway, thank you to the staff for being here as well. I'll close the meeting at 6:11.
Thank you.
And I have one more question.